right, welcome back Costco crew to another video from Mr. Matt's Finance. Today's video is going to be a little different as we're going to discuss just kind of what's going on in the local news about Costco broadly, not just the local Costco here. So if you haven't already subscribed, I ask if you would be so kind as to push the subscribe button. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, currently at about 582. And if you can help me reach 1,000, I would greatly appreciate it. So let's get into this video today. Today we're going to discuss the top 10 reasons that people dislike Costco. Yes, I know. There are people who don't like Costco. Some who have been members, some who really maybe don't understand the concept as much as us Costco stands. People who have been with Costco, if you're like me, for many years, probably 2 decades that I've been a member of Costco. And the chances are real good that, barring something absolutely nutty and crazy, that I will be a member of Costco for the next 20 years. So these sentiments are not particularly mine, but a compilation of sentiments from across the World Wide Web. And so I've pulled information from newspaper articles, from websites like Reddit, from other news organizations that might report out on these types of things. So that's essentially the source for what we're going to talk about today. And then this first one, this is really it's like Instacart shoppers who have issues with Costco. But one of the things that they mentioned there is going to be the first item on the list. We're going to start from 10 and go down to 1. And you see those red parking cones there to help reduce the traffic in the parking lot, because as you can see, it can get pretty treacherous just walking through the lot. And that's going to be number 10, the dangerous parking lot. As you can see, I just walked out here. You can see it's a small space. There's one car that's backing up into the little area that I have to walk. And then this car, which is kind of just in no man's land, goes forward right into me, essentially, as I'm trying to walk by. You can see here we got a truck that's backing out into the space and again blocking the walking path. It is just difficult to get through the parking lot at a Costco, not to mention when you have those grocery carts, if they're full of items and obstructing your view in any way, that could even make it more dangerous. But the fact that they put those red blockers there is something that helps. Coming back to Reddit, this person is complaining that there are no aisle markers in the Costco. And I got to tell you, that is something that hadn't bothered me. But once I saw this and thought about it, I can see where it would be an issue, especially for somebody who is an Instacart shopper, as this person probably is, trying to find something quickly to get in and to get out. And especially if you're doing it on a regular basis, to know that the item might have even moved from the place it was the last time you had done some shopping there. I can see how that would be frustrating to just go in and, especially if you're new to the store, don't even have an idea of the produce section being in the back, for example. And you can see in the Costco, this one has numbers at the end of the aisles, and I think all of the Costco's do, by the way, have numbers at the end of the aisles that mark them, but it doesn't say what is in a particular aisle. And I believe it's because Costco's strategy of it being a treasure hunt is the reason they do that, so that you can kind of look and search and get excited when you find the item. But in Sam's Club has the aisle marker. So 5 is going to be your bath towels, your pillows, and your luggage. And that's where it'll be every time at the Sam's Club. 6 is going to have your food storage and your cutlery and your cookware. And so, again, if this is something you're doing as a job, shopping for other people, to know where the items are all the time, is a benefit. So I can see where people legitimately have this as an issue, coming in and not kind of knowing, as a grocery store, you're used to seeing at the end of the aisles what's in that aisle at a grocery store. Number 8, speaking of things moving around, people complain about the moving inventory, how things might be there one week and not be there the next week. So not just the inventory being moved within the store, but in some cases, the inventory not being in the store after you've fallen in love with the product. And it could be that they change the manufacturer, so there might be a different guacamole in there next week, but it's not holy guacamole. It's sinful guacamole, or less than holy. And then sometimes you see the Death Star on a product. Again, fall in love with is like, oh, this is the best honey passion fruit I've ever had. But then it's got the Death Star on it. And for those who don't know that the Death Star means this inventory might not be coming back, or 97 means that it's a clearance, those types of things for the casual Costco shopper might throw them off to see it. Their inventory is not there. And of course, the lines. People complain about the lines. That's number 7. You might have a line to check out. You might have a line to enter the store, even depending on how busy they get. Certainly before the store opens, at least at my Costco, and I've seen at other Costco's as well, there might be a line queuing pre-store opening. And I've heard from reading these Reddit threads that many of the Costco's will actually open early. If they're supposed to open at 10 a.m. and they have everything set up at 9:45 or 9:50, they'll go ahead and open early because there's a line queuing outside of the Costco in the morning. So you might have a line to get in, then you might have a line to check out. And then as you're leaving the store, because they check receipts to leave the store, there might also be a line to get out. So long lines at multiple times. Yeah, that's an issue that people complain about. That's number 7. Then moving on to number 6, talking about lines and checking out. Depending on how you want to pay, you might not be able to pay with the credit card that you're used to using someplace else, because Costco doesn't accept all credit cards. They accept the Visa, and they have a co-branded Visa with Citibank. It used to be a co-branded American Express card back in the day. I remember that maybe 10, 15 years ago. It was only American Express that they accepted. Now it's Visa. I think that's better, actually, because you don't have to use the Citibank Costco Visa. You can use any Visa, but they don't accept American Express. They don't accept the Discover card. I believe Sam's accepts MasterCard and Discover card. And I think, actually, they even accept the Visa there as well at the Sam's Club, but it's only the Visa here. So that is a complaint that some people have, that even when it's time to pay, they have to pay a certain way. Moving on to number 5. Number 5, there was a brouhaha when they switched from that plastic shell container for the bag, for the chicken, to putting the chicken in the plastic bag. Probably saving the Costco money, maybe even saving the Costco time. But there were people, and there's this one gentleman, you see him here in this, I believe that's a TikTok or Instagram video, can't recall where I pulled that from. But this gentleman has the scan code for the chicken on a shirt, and he wears the shirt to the Costco because he doesn't want the scan to, the Costco checkout person to scan the chicken. And in this case, he is taking the bag chicken and putting it in one of the old shell plastic containers. Not sure how sanitary that is, but this gentleman is a long-time Costco chicken purchaser, and he likes it a certain way. All right, then number 4, no grocery bags. You better look for a box while you're shopping, or perhaps you're lucky enough to get to the front and they have those big corrals with the boxes in it, because there are no grocery bags at the Costco. And that throws probably new people off who think, well, just get up, pay for the things, and get a bag. Better bring your own bag or get a box. Now, for me, I purchased one of those thermal bags, an insulated bag essentially, so that I have a place for anything that I buy that might be frozen or refrigerated in case I'm not going straight home. And of course, I live in Nevada, where oftentimes most of the year it's hot. You don't want your things sitting in a hot vehicle. But then I also use the boxes, and a mat hack just to add this. Some of the boxes are good and can be repurposed. The boxes that have where they sell sheets, the sheet sets, they have the separators or dividers. Those boxes can be used as a shoe rack coming in through your garage door or your front door, wherever you want to put it. You can cover that with fabric if you want to. It's like a tiered box. Stack them on top of each other. So, not a bad idea. Boxes, not that bad. All right, as you can see, what's coming up next, the next complaint, the next reason that people dislike Costco, the limited food court selection. And as a long time Costco member, I can certainly attest, not necessarily that it's limited, but that you get used to something there and then it's gone, like the combination pizza. I remember that used to be a nice thing to have. And then the churro, I remember when that churro got taken away and they replaced it with a chocolate chip cookie, which for me, relative to the churro, one, the churro was cheaper, but two, I just like the churro better. Cinnamon and grease splashing around in your mouth, and it was warm. You can't beat that. And people were complaining. I do remember an uproar. No churro, no peace when that churro went away. But we're adjusting to it, and others feel like there should be more options. And I know at Sam's Club, their food court has more options than the Costco food court. And they both have the cheap hot dog. In fact, I think the Sam's Club hot dog might even be 2 pennies cheaper than the Costco hot dog. But in either case, that is the difference there, or the other thing that people have complained about, that the food court doesn't have as many options. And I don't know what you're looking for here. It is not a restaurant. It's just a little kind of section of the store to help get you through that hard task of crawling through the parking lot and waiting in the lines to get out. Just a little snack to get you home. In either case, number 2, we're getting down to it. 2 more left. Number 2, the membership fee hike. There were some people who didn't feel good about having to pay a little more. This is the official announcement from the Costco website, where of course this is already in effect September 1st. If you've gotten your membership renewed here this month, you've paid the fee. $5 increase for the Gold Star membership, and then a $10 increase for the executive. And this is from the Sun newspaper. Some people were not happy about it, even though, as the Wall Street Journal here indicates, it's been 7 years since there's been an increase in the fee. And for me, I think it's nominal. A $5 increase. I do have the executive membership, so I'll be paying $10 more. But really, it is not bad. That can be made up with your purchasing. And they raised the limit. It used to be you got $1,000 as a max return on the 2% fees at the end of the year, the 2% reward. That's going up to $1,250. So maybe increase your spending. That'll be no problem at all. And then the number one thing, the ID checks at the front door. Some people have found that to be an issue. Others, as you can see from this poll from the Sun, not too bad. Not too bad. Only 31% say it's unnecessary. 64% say yes, it's a good idea. that you're checking the membership ID or the IDs. In the Reddit thread, I saw a story of a woman who was shopping for her grandmother who was unable to get out of the house. And she had always, of course, used her grandmother's card in the past. But with this ID check, because her picture was not the picture that popped up, they denied her entry. And maybe there should be some type of exceptions for that. But of course, you can also just have the grandmother pay for the membership of her granddaughter and let her picture be the one that's on the account since she's shopping for her and the grandmother. Of course, there are ways around all of it, but there are also people who will complain about anything if you give them a chance. I think for the most part, given the fact that Costco's renewal rate is 93%, most of the Costco members will ride this one out and understand prices of everything is going up, and it's inevitable that the prices in the Costco are going up. As long as they don't change the price of that hot dog. If the hot dog goes up, then you might start to see. I'm just kidding. They can probably raise the hot dog to $2 and no one will blink an eye at that either. All right, folks. Well, that is it. Those are the top 10 reasons that people dislike Costco. Let me know what you think. Was there something that was not on this list that you thought might be on the list? In either case, thank you for watching this video. You got a lot of options out there of videos to watch on YouTube. I certainly appreciate you choosing this one. And until next time, take care of yourselves and look out for each other as well. I'm out.